Hello and welcome to another exciting video. Today we'll be covering another upcoming feature in C# 12, and this time it's interceptors. Now, interceptor can be treated like a rule that can replace one command with another when a computer program is being made. It does this thing by saying where it should make the change in the program. This lets you change how a program works by adding new instructions during the program's creation. So here, understand this. That's pretty easy actually. So here you can see I have this student class and this is having this primary constructor. Now we have initialized a student object and then we have this enroll method inside the student class. All it does is prints a welcome message. That welcome, so and so you have been enrolled. Next, what we are doing is we're calling these enroll methods line by line. So for student A, B, and J, we have called the enroll method. Now the interesting part comes when we are changing the behavior of this enroll method for a given instance of the student object, and we are printing something else when this enroll method is getting called. Now, how we are doing it? We are doing it using interceptors. Now, this is a preview feature, and preview features needs to be enabled. At least for interceptors, we have to do that. So what I've done is, so here in my project, I have added this tag over here, interceptors preview namespace, and then this line features interceptors. You will get this as an error message that you need to add this line when you will be working with interceptors. So you first of all add this, and then the next step is to create a helper class. So here the helper class is basically coming from system.runtime.compiler service, and it's making use of attribute usage, where the attribute target is a method and allow multiple is set to true. Now here we have the intercept location attribute. Now this attribute basically contains three things: file path, line number, and character number. Once you have this created, the next thing that we are doing is we are creating another file, and this is called as code generator. Now the code generator, as you can see, is a static class, and this is making use of the attribute that we have defined in the helper. So intercept location attribute is not required when you are making use of it. So here in code generator, you can see intercept location, and then we are passing three things. The file path. Now the file path is for the program.cs. So you see this is the program.cs file, and its path I have taken and mentioned over here. After that, these are the two attributes that you need to provide, that is line and character. So if I go over here in program.cs file, you'll see the line number is 12 over here, and the character number that we are trying to do is this. So I'm trying to intercept the enroll method, and the enroll method is beginning at character 28. So here at the bottom right side, you can see we have the line number and the character number. So the character is 28 over here. Now I'll go back to code generator, and here I'll mention line number and character number. If you change anything, like if you give a wrong line number here, for example, if I go and say line number 10, so here if I go and say line number 10, you see it is automatically detecting that there's no character 28 at line number 10. So you need to make sure that these two values are proper. Now once you have done that, what it is going to do, at that line and position, we have called enroll method. Now here it is going to intercept that method. So instead of printing the actual value that was defined over here in the student class, we are now intercepting and telling that you print this instead of what you used to print. So in the code generator line over here, we are saying, welcome student, you have been enrolled as a day scholar. And you can see, because this line is being called by a student object enroll, when we are intercepting it, we are passing the student as a parameter, and using that only we are calling that you have been enrolled as a scholar. Now let's see it in action. So when I'll be running this one in program.cs, so for ls you can see it says you have been enrolled, but for student Bob, if I run this, it prints welcome Bob, you've been enrolled as a day scholar. And then for John again, we are getting the old message, you have been enrolled. So that's how interceptors work in C# 12.